Yes. Okay. Oh, de do, de do, de do. Hello, hello. Oh, I have news. I have all kinds of things. Hello, Sue. How are you? You are the first one in. It is lovely to see you. And I'm just making a couple of minor adjustments here. I have started out with, I've got an entirely new setup. Hello, Nana Mo. and eating supper and lurking. Okay. All right. And just 1 second, I want to see if I can move chat. Let's see, pop out chat. Okay, so I have popped out chat and I want to move my screen a little bit. I have a new computer sitting on my desk, and and it has taken me a week to figure the darn thing out enough um, to be able to work today. And hello, everybody coming in. Okay, I have just changed my entire thing. Hello, Kim, and hello, Joe Beth, and hello, everybody. Can you hear me first? And is the sound quality okay? And based upon the answer to those two questions, I will go forward. Like I say, I have a new camera set up, or not a new camera setup, but a new computer setup. And I'm not quite certain that I've got all the bells and whistles quite where they're supposed to be. Okay, so you can hear, sound looks good. Okay, terrific. That is wonderful. Um, so remember how I said last week that I was shopping hard? I did shop hard, and then I basically mortgaged my soul to the company store on future work that I've taken on so that I could actually put the thing on my desk sooner rather than later. My as well, a lot of people know, especially those of us that have stuck with Windows 7 for as long as we did, they're going to be ending or discontinuing the support for that. Microsoft is at the first of the year. And so when I saw that, I had to sort of scramble around because one of the things I count on, especially for my business, is the software backups and staying on top of things like viruses and all of that, even though I have good virus software. So at any rate, so basically they're forcing Windows 10 down our throats. hello, hello, Corolla and Melinda, thank you, and Victoria, and oh, it's just so lovely to see everybody. I was going to color on the. I shouldn't do that, huh? Shakes the camera. I was going to color on the honeycomb wreath drawing that is the most recent entry into my Etsy shop. Now, I got, some of you may have seen that I got Sue Curry's new book up this week. And calm down, Christine. And so that was the last thing that I actually accomplished prior to literally tearing my office apart. It involved moving. I had to haul everything out so I could get to the old system that was underneath my desk, and the new system fit on top of the desk, but it was time. I needed to get rid of the dust. Is really what it was, because part of the reason why I wheeze is because of all the dust. So anyway, so I got rid of all the dust. Took me 2 days to get the old system out. Another day to figure out how to tear the desk apart, because I had these riser things on it and all that other kind of stuff. You don't need to hear all of that. But so anyway, there's a brand new video editing computer sitting on my desk, and I don't know how to use it yet, but I will learn. In the meantime, I just want to color, because I haven't colored anything. I have actually gotten my Prismacolors out, and I've selected some CalArts to just do some base coloring on this. So I thought that I would go ahead, and this way I can pull up my camera controls, and I can, hopefully, let me see if I can do this. Oh, great. Well, it doesn't let me. I want it to let me make them smaller. You cannot occupy that much space with camera controls. Come on. How do you make the window smaller? I can either, oh, wait. No, I can either put it back there or I can bring it up. Okay, well, that's okay. I'll figure that out later. In the meantime, I'm going to okay, that makes absolutely no sense. Like a widescreen. Huh. Okay, well, so the camera controls don't work. There'll be no zooming for me today. Huh. I have no idea why those won't work. Okay, well, sorry guys, you'll have to just watch from there. And I will figure that's that this is the first time I'm doing this since I put this new system on my desk. So I'm still ironing out the bugs. Hi, Virginia. And you are about finished coloring Cunningham wreath. And you oh, that's wonderful. And oh no, Victoria, I'm sorry you have strep throat. And I've got the chat up now where I can actually see it by just raising my head. So, oh, wait, now, Virginia, are you sick too? Hello? No, wait. Hi. Okay. Everybody, Virginia Sanders Cole is the artist who colors all of my covers on all of my books. And so she's just amazing. And hello, Barb Singer. Did I say hi to you? And okay, so Virginia is not sick. Victoria is sick. And okay, all right, got it. I just wanted to make sure that everybody, in my world isn't coming down with something. And a brain dead day. Boy, I'll tell you what, me too. Me definitely too. Okay. So one of the things that I know is I want I want some of the flowers in here to be purple. I was going to go with autumn colors, and but I definitely want some of these flowers to be purple. So I'm going to base the purple flowers with this pink CalArt, because I'm going to want them to be a really dark purple. Oh, I am not liking the idea that I can't zoom today. Something is amiss. Dee Dee addressed this, I think. She said something about you have to bring up the camera controls after you do something else. And so there's my camera controls. I'm just bringing them up. Advanced. I definitely want autofocus off. That worked. Go back to home. Huh. Oh. Hey. There we go. Now let me see what I can do. Okay, now let me see if I go widescreen. If I can go any further. No. Oh, that's gonna make me crazy. Okay, well, I guess it's, oh, duh. Hello. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Okay. Never mind. Oh, oh gosh. I also have this computer. By the way, I will explain how somebody who is as poor as I am can end up with a brand new computer. The first thing is it's not brand new. It is a refurbished system. And I did come to find out that generally what that means is that it's not used so much as it was sold, unboxed. Somebody put it up, then they returned it, or they took it out of the box, they looked at it, they decided they wanted something else and returned it. Either way, it goes back to a certified refurbisher with Amazon, who then checks everything, makes sure that all the stuff that it's supposed to have with it is with it, and then repackages it and sends it out. Yes, as a matter of fact, Sue, we can both share a brain fog day, and and ultimately, rather than have it be a loss, they sell it at a extremely discounted price. So they didn't have very many of them, but this one is what it is it's a low-end gaming system, which means it's perfect for video editing. That's the thing that gamers and video editors have in common. And it happened to come with a nice 24-inch monitor, which means that I can actually have the chat anywhere I want it on the screen. So I've moved it over so that it's practically right in front of my face. And now I can actually see what you guys are talking about. And oh, good. Yes, refurbed electronics. I guess maybe I've always been, for the same reason I've never bought a new or a used car. I've never bought a refurbished or other than brand new computer system. So, but needs must. And like I say, what I did was I had to take on some work that that's way in advance, a couple years down the road, and I have actually already been paid for it. It's nice that I was actually able to do that. but nonetheless, it means I have to, you know, if anything happens to me, I still have to get that work done. So, or make sure that it gets done and then pay for it. But yeah, it's nice because I realized that I was slowly but surely destroying my laptop, trying to make it do things that it was not really intended to do. And so, yay. So look for more pre-recorded videos from me, other than one every, you know, I was trying to get out one a week, but even at that, once they got over an hour, it was taking about 8 hours to render in my system. It had gotten that slow. So I have no idea how this one will do yet. Like I said, it took me almost a week to just clear the space for it and then unbox it, put it together, and work out the problems. And it's not problems with the system. It's problems with me because I don't know how to use it. It's way more advanced than anything that I've touched with all of the, because I tried to use, and I successfully managed it, some old speakers that came with my old, with the Dell that I had on my desk, which was the computer that I bought new for my office in 2000. Actually, I bought it in 2000. So it's 19 years old. These speakers are 19 years old, and it took me a while to figure out what I had done wrong in the setup, because there's no reason why speakers shouldn't work forever, except that they don't pick up a digital signal. So if like for instance, if the monitor that I bought comes with, and this is just general knowledge stuff, but the monitor that I bought comes with built-in speakers, which, by the way, I don't recommend. I really don't recommend it. I think that you should just buy a set of digital speakers for your desktop. But because it's got a HDMI connector, the only way that I can hear chat or hear the host on a channel that only uses YouTube. In other words, if you encode your videos yourself with software, I can hear them through my speakers. But if you use only YouTube, I can't hear the sound. I have to switch it over to the monitor speakers, and they're really poor quality. After you've listened to good stereo speakers all day, and then you've got to switch them to icky. Witchy Kate. Hello, Witchy Cat 69. And welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. So anyway, you didn't come here to learn about computers, but all right. So there's a base coat on that. Also, I've noticed that it's got quite a bit of color distortion. I had to figure that out as well. I don't know what that looks like. Hang on a second, guys. I got to scratch my back. I just got an itch, like you would not believe. Ow. And that's what they make rulers for. They make rulers as substitute back scratchers. When there's no one around to scratch your back, you use a ruler. And Okay, so now that is the base for the purple. Then I do want a base for some yellow flowers. And I think that these will be my happy little yellow flowers. So we'll put a little base coat there. And this is really just the lightest of the CLAart yellows. And we really are going to use pencils. And also I can really see how you kind of need blue light. So I'm going to get some daylight bulbs for these lamps. Victoria, that's funny. It's funny that they that YouTube held that one. I actually had to approve it. I think it's the word knife that it objected to. That's funny. But yes, I have used a lot of different things as a back scratcher. But you know, when your back itches, you just have to scratch it, darn it. So how's everybody? Are you having a good week? Did you have a good week? And what did you do this weekend? Have you been marathoning it anywhere? I have not been on YouTube at all. Oh, well, no. Never apologize, Victoria. You didn't do anything wrong. If you didn't do anything wrong, you owe nobody an apology. If they misunderstood you, that is their issue. Hi, Starbuck. And hi, everybody who is here. It is just lovely that you've all come to join me. And we are coloring on an image that is available in my Etsy shop. And there are links to my Etsy shop in the description below. And right now I'm just base coloring with some CLAart markers and discussing a new behemoth of a computer that I've got sitting on my desk that I'm going to have to learn how to use. So fortunately, I already know about the software, but somebody with Windows 10 who also had Windows 7 and now love it, give me some encouragement, because I'll tell you what, with Windows 10, I can't find a thing. I can't find anything. Where are my folders? Where is my library? Where is that I used to be able to just click, a couple of clicks and be into my pictures. And now I've got to, and where can you tell it where to save stuff? It just seems to automatically save it somewhere. Hi, Sean. And I'll be darned if I can figure out where. I downloaded a ton of motion graphics this morning, and I'll be darned if I can find any of them. I'm sure they're there somewhere, but I don't know where. Shortcuts to your desktop. Okay, so that worked. Okay, there's another vote against. Kim T doesn't like it either. Libby's still learning it. I guess, I don't want to be one of those people that is curmudgeonly, that says, oh, well, it's not like this, so it must be bad. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be somebody that says, okay, well, it's different. If the problem is me, I just have to learn how to use it. It is, okay, so it's a learning curve, but you love it. And those should be there in docs photos. Yeah. And you moved from XP, Elizabeth? Okay. I moved from 7. Oh, Virginia Sanders Cole. Virginia, she never beats around the bush. She doesn't like it either. I will say that it is in some ways, it's pretty cool. I'm not totally impressed yet. I'm sure that, if I give it a chance, and if it turns out that it's wonderful, that will eventually reveal itself. But to me, it's just very confusing. It's almost like it was created more as a artistic system, and I want it to be a business system. I know it's just that I used to know where everything is, and I don't know where it is anymore. You used 7 at work, and then they switched to Ubuntu. Ooh, and then Google, stupid operating system. Yeah, I don't blame you. I didn't know Google had an operating system. You never hear about it. You know, and most of the software that I use is Linux-based software. I mean, I have to get the Windows versions of it, but like I use Inkscape for creating my thumbnails for videos and for creating vector graphics out of my drawings. And then I use okay. And then I use sorry, I use OpenShot Video Editor and OBS, and all of that is Linux. And fortunately, I know where all that stuff is, but it's just, I guess there's a lot of right clicking or right clicking. Christine just wants to say a big thank you to you for streaming us, for your support. Oh, okay. Oh, yay. Okay. I was going to say that's why I sort of stopped. I'm like, what in the world could Sean have said? But it was a good thing. And yes, congratulations to Sean. And for those who don't know, Sean is the streamer. It's Color with Sean that comes on immediately after me in the 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time slot. And no worries. I'm sure Sean will forgive you. I already have. And his channel is doing quite well. And he's, of course, a very talented young man. And just a delight to sit and visit with on his channel. So I encourage you to subscribe if you would like to. And the way that you get there is to Sean is the one that just said naughty. And so the way that you get there is just hover over his name and go out to the little 3 dots that are there at the end of the chat window, and click there, and it will say go to channel, and you can actually go to his channel and subscribe, and then come right back here. It should open if you're on a PC or a laptop or something like that. It'll in its in a different window, and so you're not even leaving here. Okay, now I am going to base these, which are going to ultimately be gold. So I'm going to just use this yellow to base these. And I'm talking so much I'm going slow. I apologize. But I don't get a chance to talk very often. So it's nice. And once again, this is just a base color so that we can add pencil on top of it. But it also serves, I found that it's very nice to just get a little color on stuff. And it makes you feel good about how long it takes to use pencils. How is the lighting? Does on your videos, does it look dark or yellow? Does it look very, the white? Does the white look yellow to you? That's why I'm thinking it's my, it does look a little yellow. It looks a little yellow to me too, like creamy yellow. Yeah, I'm wondering if I bring up my camera controls, go to advanced, and click auto white balance. Oh yeah. That is a whole lot better. That is a whole lot better. Ah, okie dokie. See, we're just ironing out the little problems. Right there. That is much, much better. My goodness gracious. I am certainly glad that I said something. I'm going, wow, that just looks so yellow. Can it really be the lighting? And no, what it was is it was the white balance was way off. So I turned off the autocorrect on the lights, which frees up the manual ability to adjust the white balance. And it's also nice to know that this monitor has got some true color, which my other monitor did not seem to have, or my other, which my laptop did not seem to have. Of course, I turn the blue light off on everything because it hurts my eyes. Once again, this is only a base coat, so it doesn't have to be perfectly placed. All right, so that's those two. And we do need one more, but this one I want to be, no, this one well, let's see here. Yeah, I think this one I want to be salmon. Is that right? No, these three are salmon. Oh, that one is red. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Now I'm not confused anymore. Commodore 64 backup, tape backups, 13-inch TV as a monitor. Yeah. I was just wondering to myself, what has happened to the first computer that I had? It was an old HP, I remember. I bought it brand new, and I remember it still the day they delivered it. The boxes were huge because, of course, everything had those big cathode ray tube monitors. And the one that I pulled out of here, which was at the time was it was like the top of the line best computer you could buy. And now you couldn't even use the kind of internet we have with it, which is what forced me into an upgrade to begin with. In order to be able to get high-speed internet, I needed to have a bigger computer, a more powerful computer, and that's when I got the laptop, the first laptop, and I wore that laptop out, and I bought a second laptop right before I retired. And thank you to whomever that was. I appreciate it. And I have this is going to sound terrible, but I still have every computer I have ever purchased except that one. And I'm trying to remember why I still have it. Or why I don't have that one. And I think it's because I gave it to somebody, but I don't remember who. Oh, yay! That was huge, Sean. Terrific. Thank you. And is this the one you got? And because I know you liked this one. And but I don't remember what I did with it. All right, and then these two also are going to be this color. And so once again, we're doing fall colors, and these are just the base coats. So if you are just coming in, that is what is going on. And yeah, anyway. So hello to everybody that's here. I've gotten no better at actually. Focus should be okay. It could be your eyesight, although, well, focus looks pretty good from here. How is everybody else's? Also, Elizabeth, check to make sure that it is broadcasting at 720p and hasn't bumped you down to something else. And you check that by looking at the little gear thing on the bottom of your screen, and it'll tell you what you're receiving the signal at. Okay, good. All right. I guess I should actually watch what the chat is saying. It is, and well, thank you. And thank you, by the way, Sean, for the heads up the other day. Sean let me know that that this drawing had been selected as a favorite Etsy upload of the week, I think, in the group Color It In on Facebook. So, and of course, I was not a member of that group. I am now. And, it's not a group. It's I think it's it's an individual. And so I did like her page, of course, and commented in my thanks. So thanks for giving me that heads up, Sean, because I am not the best at checking notifications on Facebook, primarily because I get a large number of them. Because every time, no matter how many times I turn off individual notifications, the first time I comment on a picture from the group, I start getting them again. So I finally gave up. You'll remember where that old computer is in the middle of the night. I know I gave it to somebody. Oh, what? That's probably because I printed this on Sean, and so you shouldn't be able to see it. I can barely see it from here. It was literally printed in draft mode, and it is so light that even I can hardly focus on it, and I'm looking directly at it. So I can, I definitely don't have autofocus on. And it looks really clear from here. Corolla, thank you for coming, honey, and you have a good day. And give Baloo and Gizmo a little pet and say they're from me. Baloo and Gizmo are the cats. Cute little black and white cats with black and white fuzzy faces. And, oh, good. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I feel much better actually now because I'll tell you what, that scared me when I got the notice that said that they would be discontinuing the Windows 7 support. Of course, part of the problem, Sean, is that I'm sitting here spinning my page, and that always throws the focus out. So I apologize for that. I should either spin it more slowly or not spin it at all. I just don't want to, these markers lay down so much color if I go at it like this, and yet it takes forever to do it with just this part of the chisel tip. Previous cat was called Gizmo, black and white, long fur, and Bella, short black hair. And now you have Shadow. Now Shadow is a black cat, is that right, Sean? Which is good because, so many people won't adopt black cats. And of course, the shelters won't adopt them out in October at all. Here, they won't. So, because anyway, that was a terrible subject. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. And I blame Anne. I blame a lot of things on Anne. Anne got me involved in YouTube. It's Anne's fault that I looked at, that I looked at all sorts of different things that I've looked at, diamond painting included, which I've so far resisted. But now I cannot look at this. You see, this is simply a political thing. This particular woman here in Virginia. You see that, right? No. What do I see? I see a journal cover. I see a mixed media journal cover. And of course, whoops, this looks like just a brochure, right? For a lifetime warranty company. No, I see a tip-in for a junk journal. It's Anne's fault. Don't throw it away. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So now I can't, it used to be that at least one of the things I could be most proud of is that I got rid of all of the paper ephemera in my life, right? And Mousy Deb yelling, don't throw it away. Good, Deb, I'm going to send them all to you. Because I get them at the rate of about 10 a day. Or that's probably an exaggeration. They're coming in right now, at least 2 a day. I am getting 2 of those a day. Let's see here. And now I need to figure out a base for this one, which it looks like we should go back to maybe the yellow, because that's the one that's not in there. So we'll give that one a yellow base. No, we won't. We'll give it a pink base. And so at least I am not going out and buying this stuff. But now I just can't look at something like that and not say, ooh, that would make a nice, a junk journal cover, because, or, making a little gift, because people have made them for me and sent them, and they're so special. And filled them with all sorts of wonderful little handmade cutout things and all of that. And I love the idea of that kind of art. And then you watch Dee Dee do it, and it's so inspiring. And how she can turn a simple manila file folder into a multi-pocketed, pleated book full of all sorts of deliciousness and beautiful little art pieces that she comes up with. And it's just incredible to me that people can do that and make wonderful things out of what is essentially garbage. I miss my black cat too. We had one named Shadow. A black kitty named Shadow too. We this was back in Nevada, and we got 3 kittens all together. Well, actually, the first thing that happened is we found a mouse in the house. Hello, Rochelle. Wonderful to see you. And we wouldn't have known that we had a mouse in the house, except that it had made a little hole in the beam above one of the bricks in the dining room. And I just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye. Anything like that move. So we decided we needed a cat. And we went, and some friends had, kittens. And anyway, they talked us into getting all 3 of the kittens that they had left. So their names were Ginger and Fred, for, of course, Ginger and Fred Astaire, and Shadow. Shadow, is that what? Yeah, Shadow was what we named her. She was black. Are we talking about sad things? Is everybody talking about animals passing away? Don't talk about animals passing away. Don't. Wow. Now, see, I thought my cat was long-lived, Deb, when he lived to be 19, but 22. Wow. That is a long time. That is a really long time. All right. One more thing to base, and that will be it. That is, I want to use the lightest of the yellows. Now, yeah, the lightest of the yellows. And that is the honey. The honey in the honeycombs. One turning 18 next month. Wow. That is old for a cat. Now, my cat, I believe she is 12. They were indeterminate when I adopted her how old she was. She was either 6 or 7. They weren't sure. And I've had her for at least 5 years. Or actually, probably at least 5 years. I don't even remember now what year I adopted her. So she's probably 12. Well, hi, Mama Wilkes. And welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see you. Just throwing a little base color down on this. Here I thought I was going to go whip, whip, whip. And that is not what happened. Just whip some color on there and call it good. And that's not how it went. Of course, it could be that half of the time I'm talking, yakking it up. New art uploaded. Okay. Could probably throw that white balance even further down. That's the other thing, is my mind is turning as I'm watching the color balance, watching for issues and problems. Okay. That's better. Now we can retire these, except for the green one. We still need the green one. And that is to base a little bit of the It occurred to me, of course, after I finished this drawing, that I didn't include any leaves. And I did that almost on purpose. But I've noticed that a lot of people are adding greenery when they color it. So, and that's perfectly fine. But I thought I'd just add a little green. Oh, thank you. Once again, this just a base coat of the highlight colors that'll go underneath the pencils. So nowhere near the colors, the final look, hopefully. But even if we just left it like this, I'd be fine. Green soft pastel bag would be soft pastel bag. A bag? A background. Oh. Oh my goodness. Darn autocorrect. Oh, Deb, you and I are on the same, we are on the same wavelength. Oh my goodness. That is just too funny. Oh, I can't even see. I'm laughing so hard. Oh. Goodness gracious. Oh. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, and then of course I have when I left a whole new shake and rattle in my office because everything has been displaced until I worked that out. I used to have, well, I actually still have in my dining room. There's a china cabinet, and it has glassware in it. And no, I won't choke. But because I have hardwood floors, every time you walk by, you can hear the glasses tinkling together. And that drives me crazy. Drives me crazy to have a rattle like that anywhere. And so I will spend hours and hours going through and setting everything at least a quarter of an inch apart so that you don't hear the rattle. But because the furnace is on the same wall as every season when the furnace kicks on, it shakes the entire wall, and everything will slightly move toward each other again until you get to the point where I'll start to hear those glasses tinkling again. And then it'll drive me crazy for like a month until I do something about it. But oh yes. I don't know what that is, but it cannot be like that. All right, there it is. It's gone. There it is. Okay. Not here in my office. I got new gel pens the other day, and it autocorrects something else. Huh. Okay. I I just like can't put glass bottles. Yes, exactly. Yes, Deb. Yes, because every time you open it and the refrigerator and it causes them to chink together. Yes, can't do that either. Absolutely, that noise will just drive me out of my tree every single time. All right, now can we color something, Christine, please? How about a swatch book? Oh, I am having way too good a time for being all by myself in here. I am sure glad that you all are here with me. Oh my goodness. I know I swatched those Prismacolors somewhere. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now this is where I swatched them by color family or by number. I actually swatched them individually by number. And then this is where I did the big swatches, which is the way they came in the box by color. So we want an orange. I want the poppy red. So 922. That is going to put that here in, is it this one? That would be the pomegranate, but I'm going to want that eventually. 922. Oh, I had just pulled these out just because. Now, they are, I should explain, these are in the box in numerical order. And I had a very good reason for doing that. But $9.22. Is that what I said? $9.22 is the poppy red. Yes. Okay. The poppy red is a good place to start with. Well, let's go with the 921. Hang on. This is, I'll show you how this works. So 921 is a fairly close color to the color that I base this with, right? Which is this vermilion. Then if you look, you can see all the colors that work in that particular family. The poppy red, the scarlet lake, the crimson red. It's all the reds that sort of go with that down the line. So if I choose that as my lightest, my poppy red, the crimson red, so 924, and I want the Tuscan red, which is 937. Right there. Okay, so that, if you do like that, then you have colors that actually will work well together. Now I could also use purple in here, which would not be a bad, it wouldn't be a bad choice. Would not be a bad choice. Maybe we'll do that. We're going to do this one with these colors. So I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing, right? You may think I'm crazy because you're going to go, well, but wait a minute, that doesn't match. It will. Once we add some other colors in, it will. Oh, it's been a long time since I had these Prismacolors in my hands. It's nice that it has finally calmed down. The weather, it's been cool the last couple of days. I'm actually having to wear a sweatshirt. You do Christmas list, maybe. My understanding is they're hard to get there in the UK. Is that right, Sean? Okay, now also going to see, I am not. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. So I'm just sort of color mapping. Because kind of just color mapping and trying very hard not to, I don't want to spin this for you guys that it's, trying to, 54 in Colorado today. 54, that is, yes, that is my kind of weather. I like that. Mountains? Tell me, Witchy Cat, it's the mountains, right? Or is it not? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm, going with colors here. And you see how that works? Gosh, I love these prisms. And after a summer of not using them, it's so nice to have them in my hands again. I love those delis, but there is just nothing like a Prisma. And like I say, I'm just color mapping, just a super light, really, really light. Just trying to figure out where the color goes on each petal to preserve the highlights. Or whether or not, there should be a highlight. Like in this particular case, maybe that one doesn't have a highlight. I am liking the way that this, because, up to now, I've only ever been able to see my playback on my own laptop. And so it's interesting to see the way that the colors work on a monitor that is really made for high def. We haven't seen 40 in well over. We broke 50 today. All last week. Wow. Oh, Melinda. Can I come live at your house? Just in the summertime? I don't want to live in I don't want to live there in the wintertime. Minnesota, yes. No. Montana. No, that's Minnesota. Right? Yeah, Minnesota. Hello. I know where you are. I don't know if I have any more harsh winters in me. You know, I had a lot of harsh winters when I was a kid. Okay. Now, my mother was born in North or South Dakota, but only lived there for a while. Otherwise, she was from Montana. Montana, Idaho, Washington, Spokane, that kind of thing. You never felt the weed. Yeah, I understand that you guys do it really wet, do it up really wet up there, cold and wet. At least in a lot of, a lot of places here in the U.S., it's cold and dry. But cold and wet that's a different animal. I think I brought this one down a little too far. I think it should have gone. I think I should have. I think I need my eraser. And for the purists who just hate it when you blow the Prisma dust all over the place. And it is, I've got 3:14 p.m., is that right? So we are even in good shape on time. Wow. I am loving it. Thank you, Deb. It's been a really long time. I have to say it's been a long time since I've had these in my hands. I'm not, I'm sort of fighting with the lay down because they lay down so much color and such, it's so smooth, and there is just nothing like a Prismacolor. Nothing quite like, for those of us who love them. You guys can all keep your Lumies and your all of that, because I love Prismacolors. And this is just 110 pound cardstock, the kind that I get over at Walmart. It's got plenty of tooth, and it's just it's just ideal for this kind of coloring. And of course, I just love the way it looks when you are able to base it with marker like this. Makes you feel like you're doing the detail work instead of, just base coloring with pencils. You're just doing the detail work. And that I can do for hours and hours and hours on end. It's when you're looking at that white page and you've got one flower done and it's taking you 2 or 3 hours and the rest is white. And I just go, ugh. So this way, it makes me feel like like doing the detail work. And so you can do it a little bit at a time for just days on end. Okay, so we're just going to leave that right there for right now. And that was a good color. That was a very, very good color. And we used the Tuscan red And we could try just a little bit of the crimson. But I think the crimson might be a little too red. Maybe not. Huh. Just also being as light as I was before. Thank you, Starbuck. I appreciate hearing that, guys. I am as new to coloring. Most of you have been coloring a lot longer than I have. Because for the first couple of years, I never colored my work. You know, I let other people color it. I colored it if I had to. And only then, reluctantly, because I wasn't very good at it, and all of you are very, very good at it. And I got loads of picture albums of colored art to prove that. So, some of which is living on my laptop and has yet to be transferred over to the new computer. But it will be soon. Does anybody use the cloud for storage? And if so, safe with it? It would be so nice to just be able to put everything up in either Google Drive or, you know, Note, whatever the thing is that comes with Windows, OneNote, and not have to manually transfer stuff between my computers. Because right now I have to load it all onto a portable thumb drive and then plug it, you know, pull it off, then plug it in. It's not really that big a deal, but it is unusual coloring your own pages. Exactly, Sean. It is so much easier to use and drive for your own use. Which drive do you use though? Do you use the Google Drive or the Windows OneNote or whatever? What? I don't even know what it's called. I'm old. You know, I don't either, Deb. Maybe it's just me. I would just rather load it onto a thumb drive. And if y'all don't know what a thumb drive is, looks just like that. This one here is just a 1.8 gigabyte. This one here is a 7 gigabyte. That's made of plastic, for heaven's sakes. And you just go like that, plug it in. You can put 7 gigabytes of data on it, pull it out, put it in your new computer, clean it off, go after the rest. And so that's what I've been doing for a couple days. Standalone hard drive. So, oh, really? Okay, well, that's interesting. And so you're basically hooking your computers up to your hard drive. In addition, well, this baby here, it's got 16 gig of RAM, and it's got a 1 terabyte hard drive, and more importantly, it's got a 256 gigabyte solid state drive. So it's got, you know, between the hard drive and the solid state drive and the RAM, it's got a lot. And it's expandable. I could actually add another another 16 gig of RAM when I can afford it. But it's got an AMD sound card in it, graphics card. So you store mine on a thumb drive, yeah. 65 gigawatt at Walmart, yeah. See, you can really get a lot of. See, I haven't bought one in a while. I'll check the next time that I'm there. Whoops. Can you guys all bear with me for just a second while I go blow my nose? Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Otherwise, I'll talk like this and you won't like it. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I can actually breathe. Yay. And that beautiful sign is courtesy of my dear friend Shannon, who handmade that for me. Okay, so now I need to maybe do this other one. We'll wait. Maybe we'll, since we're on camera, maybe we'll pick some more colors for the next one, which is the purple. And you'd think I would have marked this page, right? There we go. Okay, so now the purples. So I know that I want Oxazine purple, which is the 132. And that one is right here. So this is a very, very dark, dark purple. And then I also want the black grape, which is the 996. And that is, I believe, in there. Okay, so black grape. And the Violetta, which is 932. And I believe that that is the wrong one. This one is the right one. Okay. So now we've got the violet. Violet or the yeah, no, I want the violet. I want the pinkier of the two. Okay, got it. So putting these pencils aside, and if you are like me and have a tendency to forget what pencils you're using and don't have the benefit of a live video to go back and figure it out. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. Hi, Shara. Oh my goodness, it's so lovely to see everybody. Thank you all for being here. And Shara, are you feeling any better? I know you were really under the weather there for a little bit. Hopefully you got better. And oh, good. All right, glad to hear it. And oh yes, oh yay, the gang's all here. And so we'll go from there. So we've got the black grape, which is kind of a weird choice, isn't it? Yeah, let's try. But then I made weird choices before. But we are definitely going with the dioxazine. So dioxazine purple. Now this is a dark purple. And I want it for in here in the little folds. But I also want it, and Christine, stop spinning that page. You can color without spinning that page. Whoops. Yeah, I just can't see. All right, and then I want, these are also little folds. Or at bare minimum, little stripes. Yeah, see, my vision is off. I can hardly see those. And wallpaper, you are just spoiled. Sean, you are spoiled, aren't you? Your mom put your wallpaper up. I'd have been, if I was your mom, I'd have said, Sean, let me teach you how to put up wallpaper. And then you know forever for the next time. Is that me? Am I bad? I'm not really certain what I'm doing here on this one. "15 years later to get your..." Heather, you and me both. I still have the paint that I bought for the walls that I never put on the walls. I bought that the week that I moved into this house. That was 17 years ago. You think the paint's still good? I had every intention of painting the walls, doing the trim. Okay, now this is the other. Once again, I still don't know what I'm doing on this one. I have a rough idea. Sometimes it takes me a while to work it out, what the idea actually is. Uh-oh. My stomach is growling, but I've already eaten, so. Shh. It said, yeah, but you were thinking about dessert. I went to the grocery store last night and my indulgence, I allow myself one sweet, one sort of outside of the budget sweet thing to get. And so this time it was the little, yeah, exactly, Q. It was Edwards. Edwards, I think is the name of the company, makes these, and I think that I may just darken these up along the edges. Edwards makes pie. And, well, they make a lot of things, but among the many things that they make is pie. And you can find it in the frozen food section usually. And they do a really good key lime pie. But if I buy a key lime pie, then I will eat the whole thing. And so my discipline is that I only buy the Edwards where it's got two pieces. It's like a twin pack. You buy two little pieces of pie. And so I bought one of those last night. But because I had a cookie earlier, and I don't allow myself more than one sweet per day on a day that I have it. I didn't eat any of the pie, but today I can have pie. And I thought about that as I was blowing my nose. And now you're hearing my stomach grumble and growl. And yes, I did eat lunch. I had some nice chicken and vegetables left over from last night. Pie, yes. It's key lime pie with whipped cream. Yeah. Yeah, I can hardly. Is the stream over yet? Wait. No. I still have 20 minutes to go. Sean, are you on today? And I'll do the hand. Oh, you made chicken casserole with leek dumplings. Oh, do you cook, Sean? That sounds wonderful. Chicken casserole with leek dumplings, and you get, okay, oh, that's nice. So it's like a quid pro quo thing. She does your wallpaper and you like send her home with a casserole. Oh, see, yeah. Worth your weight in gold. Absolutely. I'd hang your wallpaper if you'd cook. Absolutely. I don't mind cooking, but it's just such a chore now. Didn't used to be. It wasn't always that way, but it is certainly that way now. Okay, this is coming along. I'm liking this. I'm liking this flower. That one needs a little. I just love this dioxazine purple. This is, it's just a gorgeous shade. dark, dark purple. And I have never really used it out of the Prismacolor set. Of course, as you can see, I haven't, this is the shortest pencil in the set so far, and it's green. So you would expect it to be the shortest pencil in the set. So because I got these at Christmas, so it's and they were a gift from the wonderful Miss Kenny, who I miss very, very much. I don't know why. She is not speaking to me, so, and has not offered me an explanation, so. But I miss her. And I love my Prismacolors. Okay, and so this is the violet, and I'm just going to the inside a little bit with the violet, trying to be really light. And once again, this isn't the final coat or final layer, but it's just more color mapping to show where those colors go. And oh, Tony, oh no, your husband is on the road. Yes, I'll bet that is lonely. I'll bet that is. And all the kids are what, out? Are they gone? Are they like at college, or are they out on their own now, Tony? That's got to be so hard for a parent. Just so hard to to, on the one hand, it's got to be gratifying to have the kids out of the nest, because some kids don't leave the nest. But on the other hand, I imagine it can be very, very lonely. Okay, so now we want to do a gold color. This is the happy yellow. So I'm thinking sunburst yellow. Here is, all right, so that is, let's say that is fairly close to the goldenrod. All right, that, or would you say it's closer to the Spanish orange? No. Yeah, probably closer to the Spanish orange. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty close to the Spanish orange. So 1003. So now I take 1003, which is that color, and I look up 1003 over here. And I can then tell other colors that are going to sort of match that same color family type thing. But we're not doing that today. That's a different kind of project. I am thinking the canary yellow and the sunburst. So 917 and 916, of course, they would be. I do believe that's these two. No, 916 and 917. All right. Well, let's try 917. I think that this may be too close, although I could be wrong. Looks like it's almost the same color. Yeah, I think that what we need is a brown. We need to pull in that. We need to pull in the brown. Definitely need to pull in the brown. Burnt orange. What did we decide that was? The 103. The yellow orange 1002. Oh. Sorry guys. The burnt ochre 9. Yeah, let's try that. 943. Excuse me. It's in that next one. Down. 943. Is that this one? Yeah. All right. This is too. The problem that I'm having is that this isn't giving me enough of a contrast. So I'm going to try it with some brown underneath. I may need to go turn that off. Can you guys hear the mower running outside? Hi, Roxine. How are you? Yay! I'm so glad that you're here. How you feeling, honey? I hope you're okay. I mean, I hope that, hope you're okay. You know what I mean. Okay. And yeah, I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is. Because they're doing the chemotherapy now, yeah. It is. I can never remember which one they do first, chemo or radiation. I think no, they do radiation first, chemo later. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, this is what I want. This is the Okay, good. You cannot hear the mower. All right, that's good. He must be outside. I can hear him like he's in the living room, but that's because I've got all the windows open. That's my neighbor that actually mows my lawn. He and I have an agreement. I haven't been able to pay him in months, and he still mows the lawn. because he's just a nice guy. He's like, I know you'll pay me when you can. I always do. So he usually gets paid in like January when Christmas sales money has started to come in. Finish the double doses of chemo now. Now 12 weeks of single chemo, then radiation. Oh, man. Bless you, my dear. Just bless you. That is a tough road to go. Okay. Me too, Deb. Good, good. Me too. That's what I hope. Of course, if I had my druthers, none of us would ever get sick. They'd find a cure for the darn things. But we also all have to live in the real world. I was reminded as I was watching I don't remember, it was an episode of Star Trek, but I don't remember which Star Trek. Oh, it was the most recent one, the one with Scott Bakula, which I guess they call just Enterprise, and the ship ends up investigating a planet, and the people that they find are all living underground. And one of the women comes up, and she's got lung cancer, and they're able to just, take her up to the ship and basically give her a few injections and cure her. I'm going, yes, Gene Roddenberry had the right idea. We need something like that. Let's hope that someday it's that easy. My dad passed away from lung cancer, so we need that. We need a cure. A vaccine. That's what we need. We need a vaccine for it. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. And welcome. And welcome to anybody who has come in that I have not personally acknowledged. I do apologize. And of course, if you're trying to get my attention, caps help. And putting the comment in caps helps. But even that, I sometimes miss it. So please be patient with me. Okay. So that is, that's sort of enough to get it started on that one. Now let's figure out what to do with the yellow one. And that is the canary, I believe. No, that's the canary. Okay. So this is the canary yellow. I think this may just be yellow. Go around the outsides. Although it can't just be yellow. It's got to be something else as well. It needs to be brighter than yellow. I'm gonna have to look at some yellow flowers and figure out what makes yellow flowers pop. See if I can visualize them in my head. I want to say it is gray or white. That really makes yellow flowers pop. Okay, Joe Beth. Okay, so you're doing in 1 hour. All right, and so okay, so everybody, Joe Beth is going to be streaming in an hour, but I'm going to hand off to Sean at Color with Sean in about 7 minutes or so. And Donna, hi Donna, nice to see you. And bye, Joe Beth, and see you on your stream. And Sean is going to sign off now because he's getting ready for his stream. So I'll be handing off directly to Sean at Color with Sean. So everybody, please go to his channel and subscribe. And yeah, my father-in-law had that, Victoria. And yes, he was a foreman in a coal mine. But of course, before he was a foreman, he was a worker, and that's where I, of course, learned the phrase "I sold my soul to the company store," because when you worked at a mine, you had to buy pretty much everything from the company store, and you would oftentimes buy it on credit, and when you would owe the company store, you couldn't quit your job. So yeah, Sean is starting first. Okay. And then he's going to be an hour all alone, and then comes you, which is you're over his second hour. But yeah, I get it. I get how it works out. Yeah, coal mines claim many yes, lives. Yes, I'm sure you meant lives, not lies, but could be both. And yes, you shop at the company store because they would give you credit. And yeah, and so when you owe the company store, you cannot quit your job. It was a whole thing, and that's so funny. Okay, everybody, I think I'm gonna end maybe just a couple minutes early. Actually, give you a chance to maybe run and grab a cup of coffee and have a little pee break, whatever, between streamers. Uh, Now you're hearing turning. I am too. 16 times. Yeah, exactly. I owe my soul to the company store. Oh, that's funny. Um, then had a fight. Tooth and nail for 3 years. Yes. Yeah, they made my father-in-law fight as well. And ultimately, I'll tell you what, even with the black lung, he still lived to be 96 years old. And what an ornery cuss he was. He was the sweetest man in the world, except most of the time when he was just ornery. And he was the guy who would just, he would be ornery for orneriness' sake, just to see how far he could push you. That's the kind of guy he was. It wasn't that he was mean, he just did it in a teasing way. But if you didn't take it well, then he would be, he would just keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it until he pushed you over the edge and made you yell at him. And then he had a reason to justify not speaking to you. There it is. Stubborn but very loving. Exactly. I think you have to be a different kind of animal to work underground or, in an industry that claims so many lives. And, it provided a good living for a lot of people. Or, a decent living for a lot of people, for a lot of families. But it was certainly not a job that did not have its problems, just like football. I mean, football players, you get paid a whole lot of money, but, in the end, you don't have any brain left. If you end up with ECP or whatever it is, or not ECP, but you know what I mean, that brain thing with the football players. And on that pleasant note, I have about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to say thank you all so very much for joining me today with my fancy schmancy new computer system. Hopefully, I will be making some pre-records during the week as well, some more pre-records. But either way, I will be here every Sunday. Thank you so much. Yes, CLAarts, Julie. Uh, Definitely CLAarts, the 100 cent. Uh, and and thank you, Rochelle, very, very much. But I will definitely be here every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 7 p.m. UK time, and I don't know what time in Australia. And on that note, bye, everybody. Color something pretty. See you at Sean's.